Alright, back for some more. Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. I just wanted to do a quick thanks to everybody that has subscribed to me so far. I had a few more in the last week and I really appreciate that. I always appreciate the comments and any suggestions you guys might have. You know, I'm here to learn, here to show. It's all good. Today I'm just going to do a quick update of some things I got in the mail, and there's not too many, so I'll actually be able to talk about them this time instead of just kind of screaming few, like the last few I did. But first I'll just say what we got planned in the background is the soundtrack to the movie Dune. One of my favorite movies. I love it. I don't just love music, I love movies, and the natural place to go there is to combine the two for music scores, and I have a pretty decent music score collection, so this one I had to get it. It's actually by a real cheesy band, Toto. I don't really care too much for them, but they did a good job on this one. And there's one song, the Prophecy theme, which is actually done by Brian Eno. So if you're a Brian Eno fan, might be a nice little tidbit to get. But let's jump into what I actually got. And this first one is fantastic. Quiet Sons, Mainstream. Jeff Reckerman was telling me about this one, and once I did a little bit of research, I had to get it. It is a prog masterpiece. I mean, I can't think of an exact word or phrase to describe it at the moment because it's bewildering when you listen to it. It is just beautiful. I mean, you got Phil Menenzero, of course, who's on it. You got Dave Jarrett, who's doing basically keys. You got Charles Haywood, who's doing drums and percussion. You have Bill McCormick doing bass, who I know him from somewhere. I can't think of where. Then, of course, Brian Eno comes in and does a little bit. So, two Eno things there for you. But this record just kicked total ass. Beautiful instrumentals. Except the last song had some words. Didn't care much for the guy's voice, but still, wonderful song. This one is Miasma and the Carousel of Headless Horses. Man, Fauna. It's the second release that they ever did. I know I've showed their first Perils on before, and this band just blows me away. They have this beautiful like dark baroque gypsy prog jazz rock music. I can't really describe it. You have to hear it. But like I said, this kind of completes my collection from them because unfortunately they only have 2 releases, and I don't know if they're going to get together to do more, because it was really just a collaboration of different different musicians. And you had the leader, I guess, would be Daniel O'Sullivan from Guapo. But wonderful band, definitely look into them. This one is by Crispin Glover. Words spoken, sung, and written by. The big problem is Crispin Glover, he is an actor, and he only did this one record, and it's off Reckless Records, but he only did the one, and he is just, it's this weird, bizarre, just out there kooky, like he's high out of his mind music, but at the same time very, very good. very, very intelligent, and yeah, it's bizarre, but that's why I like it. I've had it on my list of things to get for a while, and Crispin Glover, he's probably best known for his acting in as George McFly in the Back to the Future movie. But he was also in Willard pretty recently, and he was the creepy thin man in what was that movie? Charlie's Angels. But yes, if you like bizarre music, definitely pick this one up. I mean, you know, he has a Charles Manson cover on here. He has, you know, selections of him just reading from his book with like this weird kooky orchestrations in the background. He has the Clowny Clown Clown, which is like, you know, I think I'll go smoke a cigar with Mr. Farr. I hate that fucking clown. It's just, it's just, yeah, really weird music. But yeah, I like weird music, so call me crazy. One of my favorite guitarists, Dweezil Zappa's Confessions. I had to wait a while to find this one because it only came out on vinyl in Europe. But just, there it is. Wonderful, beautiful double album, gatefold cover, and it's from 91, I think? Yeah, 91. But he, you know, Dweezil Zappa's the son of Frank Zappa, and he doesn't play music like his father. I know recently he's been doing the Zappa Plays Zappa tour, which I've seen like 3 times. It's fantastic. But he does basically, you know, heavy metal guitar, you know, the finger tapping and everything, and he's very much influenced by, I'd say, Eddie Van Halen, who actually produced this record. And I don't think he gets the credit for how fantastic of a guitarist he is. He's very underrated, and might be the name, might be the fact that, you know, he's a Zappa, and of course he kind of has a kooky edge to his lyrics and everything, but straight up just fantastic, you know, 80s, 90s, you know, finger tapping heavy metal guitar. I mean, and there's a whole lot of people who are on this record. You know, Eddie Van Halen's on it, Warren DeMartini's on it. You know, he just fantastic. I think Ozzy's on it, who does some vocals. Just a whole bunch of people. What's his name? Nuno Benincourt, who wrote a couple of the songs, is actually on there too. It's very enjoyable for me. This last one. I did not know anything about this one, but I ended up finding it because I was researching Blue Thumb Records, and this record kind of stuck out to me. And it's Luis Gasca, trumpet player, and it's just beautiful. You see the blue thumb there? You kind of want to like wipe it off. It's just, it kind of sticks out. But Blue Thumb Records is fantastic record label. I mean, you know, they don't exist anymore, but I've never been let down from them. So when I got this, you know, I had high expectations, and it did not disappoint. I mean, once I found out who was playing on it, it was like the final point of buying it. You have Joe Henderson on it doing saxophone, of course. You have Carlos Santana and Neil Schon doing guitar. You have Lenny White on drums with Mike Shreve, and Stanley Clark, fantastic Stanley Clark, is doing bass. And you had this guy, Hadley Callman doing flute. So it's like, once I found out all the people who are on this record, I just had to buy it. And it doesn't let me down. Like I said, it sounds very much like Bitches Brew, if you could believe that. You know, he, as a trumpet player, you could tell he was definitely influenced by Miles Davis. And there's the second song on the record called La Raza, The Race, I think, if you translate it, is literally, you could just stick that in the middle of Bitches Brew and you would not think it wasn't written for that record. It was damn good, you know. So, you know, if you like Bitches Brew, you'll like this. So that's it for now. Thank you again for everybody, and I hope, as always, you enjoyed.